So, as we mentioned previously, victim consciousness in talks of vulnerability, if I'm not mistaken, victim consciousness is actually the exact opposite of Krishna consciousness. Another opposite apart from victim consciousness, of course we are not talking about victim consciousness here, but another opposite could be called celebrity consciousness, which happens to when followers focus more on the externals, the external features, for example, of a spiritual leader, rather on his actual spirituality, and promote and worship that probably fanatically and blindly. So some of these external features may include ashram, he's a sannyasi, reputation, he's so famous or whatever, charisma, nationality, opulence, material talents, a large following, material education, institutional affiliation or position, and so on. All of these being externals, which actually are not talking about the inner standing of a person. So in those cases of celebrity consciousness, such spiritual leaders worship from that place become for the disciples more like pop stars than sadhus or to the followers. And the followers are usually starry-eyed neophytes, basically, who are very easily impressed by externals. So focusing on externals in this way tends, it's a delicate thing, may be unavoidable in the beginning, but nonetheless delicate. The guru should know how to deal with that. Because focusing on externals in this way may tend not only to keep our faith nourished for the wrong reasons. I'm inspired by seeing large amounts of people or money flowing or whatever. Not only dangerous for that, for having a bad, ill-nourished faith, so to say, instead of Shastriya Shraddha, but also may bring or breed neglect and disregard for other devotees who are non-celebrities. We may just become addicted to worship the rock star models, so to say, of the sadhu, but whomever doesn't happen to fit into that category, we may even dismiss them or judge them for not being the star we consider they have to be or whatever. And again, these are just a few harmful consequences of this celebrity consciousness. Another one is that a celebrity leader, because again, it may be only coming from a disciple who is worshiping them for the wrong reasons, but what if the leader buys into that? So in that case, a celebrity leader will care little for anyone other than his followers, that his celebrity followers, so to say, his potential followers. And the followers will care little for anyone other than his celebrity leader. So both of them will be quote-unquote in love with each other, but they will be isolated in a very sectarian bubble of superficial quote-unquote love. And this gets, as you may hear the descriptions and the patterns, this gets closer and closer to a cult, we could say, which will be our next section today. But first, let's unpack a little bit this one, celebrity consciousness, since as usual in these cases, responsibility is not only on the shoulders, again, of the guru, who allows this to happen, hopefully not, God forbid, but it can happen, but the responsibility is also on the shoulders of the disciples as well, at least on some degree, depending each particular case and situation, that will be proportionate. So from our side as disciples, of course, our duty is to make sure that as much as we can, that whatever we are seeing and feeling in relation to our guru is not a projection that comes out of personal necessities that were not satisfying the past, in childhood, and so on. How much we may be able to realize that, to see that in a beginning stage, that's a different thing. But at least we should be conscious, aware that we need that. That's a necessity. We need to be alert to those patterns, and that will help us not to feel the need for the guru to become something different of what the guru should be.